Yeah, one of the best, I think. I felt really good in Tirreno, actually. Really good. I felt good in Tirreno, but I knew with 1 week of rest I would be at my best. Yes.
Congratulations, Mathieu. On the Cipressa and the Poggio, it went very hard, of course, with Pogacar. Can you explain how many you suffered over there, and did you expect this already, that Pogacar would do this?
Yeah. To be honest, I was quite confident I could follow on the Poggio. I think Cipressa was harder. But then, of course, he's going to try and drop us. But it's very difficult on a climb like Poggio, and also he had to go full on Cipressa already to make this group happen. And I felt pretty good, but you never know, of course. But I was confident that I could follow.
Bonjour Mathieu. You looked quite emotional at the end. Like it was a very, very hard win. Can you speak about that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. For me, the first 3-4 hours were horrible again today. I had this in Tirreno already all weekend. Again today, and I was so happy when we passed the tunnel on Turquino that I saw some sunshine and temperature went up again, and I started to feel better and better alongside the coast. So, it was. I think that's also one of the reasons why we could make the effort on Cipressa with 3. Of course, the first hours, it's maybe not the hardest ones, but with these weather conditions, it really gets to your system, and it's quite hard on the body as well. And the wind, of course, was really good on Cipressa for the plan of UAE. But I was quite surprised and special as well to be only 3 riders on top of Cipressa.
Next question.
Mathieu, you've beat Tadej 7 times. He's beat you 7 times. We all say that you've got this rivalry with Wout, but actually is your main rivalry with Tadej. And how do you manage to beat him so much?
Yeah, not only mine. I think Tadej is everybody's rival. If you can beat him, you're close to victory nowadays. But it's impressive. Yeah, he's not only one of the best classic riders, but also one of the best Grand Tour riders. So he is a generational talent for sure. And I'm happy to race against him, and especially if you beat him, it's quite special.
Next.
Mathieu, congrats. When you talked about the race, before the race, it sounded like if you win here, it's like a small extra in your career. After the race, how proud are you about this win, and how proud are you about the performance and the race that you guys showed today?
Yeah, I'm very, very happy and proud to win, of course.
Congratulations. On the Poggio, you tried to drop Pogacar. Was it important by a psychological point of view, or were you trying to go solo?
No, I really tried to go solo because you never know in a sprint like this after such a hard race. Pogacar is definitely not slow. Also, Filippo is quite fast in a sprint, and after a race like this, it's not really who's the fastest, but who is the strongest at the end. So, I knew he went all out a couple of times to drop me, and I tried to break him a bit to counter attack, but he was strong enough to respond.
Mathieu, congrats. When we talked on Tuesday, you said that Via Roma can be even more special comparing to Velodrome of Roubaix because you never know really the real end that you won. And today was the case again. So can you a little bit tell us something more about your emotion on the finish line?
Yeah, it's like I said, it was pretty emotional just because the race was also so hard. And it just, it's difficult to believe to win another monument again. It just keeps going for me and for the team, and it's not something we should take for granted for sure. So, yet another year we take a monument is something to be proud of.
Next question.
During one of the counter-attack to Pogacar, maybe if I'm right, on the Cipressa, you said something to Pogacar or the opposite. What did you say?
I have no idea. I think he said something to me on top of Poggio, but I was really on the limit, so I didn't understand. So you have to ask him.
Next question.
Can you bring us inside the last 500 meters? Because Ganna came back. But I feel like when you're in a close group, 2-3 people, you can always play the right cards. You're always the one who freezes the opponent. You're the one who gets ahead first and takes the win. Is that right?
Yeah, I think I just surprised him by launching my sprint at the 300-meter sign. I think everybody assumes and thinks that a short sprint is the best for me because it worked a couple of times, and I knew this was already during winter. I knew this was something that I could use in my advantage because nobody would expect me to launch a sprint from so far away actually, and I think I surprised them a bit there. And of course you also need the legs to launch a sprint from so far and keep going, but I think this was quite an important key point to win today.
Next.
Mathieu, congrats. Can you tell me a little bit more what a week of rest is for you? Because a lot of riders say, I have a week rest and then I'm better. But it seems like you have this special gen where you are extremely good after a week of rest. What are you doing during this week?
Yeah, it's not a week of rest, of course, but yeah, on Monday I was quite tired. So I did like 1 hour on the bike. Tuesday I did 3 hours. And Wednesday I did recon of Ronde van Vlaanderen 4 hours alone and quite hard. And then I took 2 days off again, just riding my bike. So after a while, yeah, you do it a bit on feeling and you know what to do to be good. But I don't know, I just like the feeling to go going towards a 1 day race. And the couple last years we collected enough data to know what to do. So that's also one of the reasons I did Tirreno, because we know I need a race like this to be in my best shape for a race like today.
Next.
You had several good seasons, but what make you say this is maybe the best season? What is the difference if you compare with all the other seasons?
I don't know. I trained more than ever this winter, and I feel like I can manage it. So maybe that's a key point. But for sure, it won't be like this every year. But I feel I'm just a bit stronger again. But yeah, you never know. I mean, it's very nice to win this race, but next week it can be a different story already. But I think we did everything we had to do to be in the best possible shape.
Mathieu, what was the hardest part of the race for you today? I mean, today, at one point I attacked a second time on the Poggio. There was a small gap. Was it there or was it another moment?
No, it was, Cipressa was for me the hardest part of the race. I think, probably for everybody, if you see what happens there. The pace was quite incredible from the bottom, actually, when Tim Welles started pulling until the top was very, very, very hard. But I felt when we came down, I still had good enough legs to try and follow on Poggio.
Really? Today, I think you did everything you could. You cannot have any regret, or do you?
We will analyze and we will see what we do wrong. But right now, I can say that we rode really good, and was from my point of view, very good race. We tried everything, make the race really explosive, but it was not enough. We had 2 better riders today, so yeah, there's another chance next year.
This morning I asked you if this race is the most difficult for you to win, apart from Roubaix. Is not hard enough, probably?
Yeah, if you look just on the paper, I would prefer Poggio to be like 5 kilometers long at 10%, but it is what it is, and it's a really hard race for me to make the difference. It's just the law of physics. It's playing here, and you cannot do magic.
But you said next year you will have another chance, but first you have Tour of Flanders and maybe Roubaix. This morning you said I haven't raced it yet, will you?
Cannot say.
And what about Flanders? Of course you will.
This yes.
Listen, I have seen on your face the huge effort you've done, and it's one of the first time you showed that effort on your face.
I don't know. I don't know how my face was looking because I don't have a mirror on the bike, but for sure there were some pain faces today.
It's one of the hardest efforts you've done in your career.
I mean, the legs were really good. I could, I'm just maybe missing like the peak power, but I could try many times, but it's just that few watts that is missing, like maximum, and it was really good shape today and good legs.
You put on a great show. People was crazy here at the finish, screaming all the time. That's something you can be proud of.
Yeah, I think the atmosphere today was great, even though it was bad weather at the start, and then in the end it was beautiful and a lot of people, and it was just amazing race.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Once in a generation spectacle that